I think I caught her here. I think I got her. Come on now.
So you saying that you only can use
I'm saying it's a waste of time. You wasted time. You could have.
No, I didn't. I met amazing people. I got good relationships. Like,
it's not a waste of time. You can fucking work. I got a degree while I did social media. That, I feel like that's also, I'm not on either side right now. I think it's a middle ground, but like to say it's a waste of time, like, no, you're just a bum. I'm not saying that about Lacey. I'm saying like motherfuckers that are like, I gotta drop out to pursue social media because I don't have time. Yeah, the fuck you do. Do your gen eds online, take your fucking major classes in person, and fucking take 16 credits a semester. You're done in 4 years. I would go to school. This is what I would do. I'd take 1 day off a week. I would do all my asynchronous work for like 9 hours straight. I would study after stream. I would stream on the days that I didn't have class. When I had class, I would wake up, go to the gym, go to class, come home, immediately stream. And then when I was done, I would do 3 hours of homework and studying. And yeah, it sucked, but like, you get it done. Like talking about the grind for social media, you could do both. That's why and keep in mind, I'm saying you could do both with the degree I was getting. If I was in STEM, this would be a whole different story. I will say that. If I was getting a fucking chemistry degree, I would not be doing both at the same time. He can answer. That is an empty promise. I bet Lacey has his number, but he's not going to answer the phone.
so like this can you can call him.
You could call your viewer. Call it.
But what I
Because just you said you could call it, so call it.
you said
You can call your viewer.
how did you get the number I got?
I don't think anyone has your number.
Like he doesn't have my number.
Beyonce said you got Aiden Ross. He's above Beyonce.
That's all you guys say.
Aiden Ross is not above Beyonce.
Some people waited to walk on the
Aiden
grave.
Ross is about a fucking 10,000 people below Beyonce. Beyonce's like one of the most famous people in modern times in the music.
Each other.
And you wasted 8 years of your life going to school to feed the homeless.
You could have been fed the homeless.
4 years, baby.
You could have fed the homeless for zero.
No work.
Yeah, that's a valid question. Adapt signing in for the first time. Yeah. Now, what'd you get your degree in?
You got a degree that you won't say that you got your degree.
He knows it's going to be like business.
The waste. Okay. Do you have an entrepreneur?
Yes. No.
Oh, so you don't use it.
Oceanography, they would lose it. Like, I got a degree in oceanography.
He went to college.
What's your degree in? Fucking philosophy, right there. I know. Like, I think it's useful for my life. I think it's useful for social media and my obviously my stuff. I think it made me a better person, but I don't think it's something that's
Become an entrepreneur.
I mean, related. Yeah, philosophy and theology.
That makes no sense. I'm sorry.
Like I said, relationships. You build relationships that you can keep for the rest of your life.
You could do that anywhere. You don't need to go to college.
Yes, but
I could go to
I get that,
Equinox
but
and go build relationships.
You guys all know you guys don't with each other for real.
We
You all know
live
that.
together.
Yeah, because y'all make content. Y'all wake up, y'all suck each other's dick, then y'all make content.
That's not true. 2020. Actually, I eat his.
Yeah, you. Like he said, you eat his.
2023, he was friends with me, and I wasn't a thing then.
How many followers you got?
In total,
What's the relevancy though?
like 5 million maybe.
Can I come work?
I'll pick up the pace.
No,
Why not?
because you have no knowledge of my
I went
space.
to college.
I don't give a.
I don't know if any of my editors went to college outside of Brady. Anybody that went, I don't think they went to college. No. Kitty right over. Bill didn't. I don't think Bill went to college. I think editing is also usually a career that you don't get. I think most editors start with a teenager and then transition and usually start editing after. I think that's there's certain. Now there is stuff like if you go to college for like film, like, you get really good at editing there. But
You didn't go to college.
I did go to college. 2 years.
2 years you dropped out.
I did drop out.
So what made you drop out?
I was making money, making content.
But what happens when all this content stuff goes away? What happens when the internet goes down? What you gonna do?
I've been using my bank account waiting for that.
Talk to
No.
I'm not brave.
I got hire a therapist.
You can too, and people that work.
And guess what? My therapist isn't going to have a degree. I'd rather talk to someone who is more on intellectual experience. Oh, we meet again.
How you doing?
How are you?
What's your name?
go back.
Nice to
1985 HBC alumni graduate. Honor. Okay, well, Arkansas.
2-year streamer, 1-year YouTuber, and 2-year TikToker.
Graduating with cum laude is it very important. When you're done. Like if you graduate, like I had like a 3.9 something, so I graduated with like magna cum laude. Summa cum laude is like I think like a 3.95, which is almost perfect. But like most people that graduate college probably graduate with like a. You can actually look that up. What GPA do people graduate with college? 3.15. So like a C. What is the 3.15?
Can't wait to walk people through this.
B plus? That is not a B plus. 86%. That's not a B plus. That's a B.
You need
Get a degree.
to mind. This is the control center of everything. People going crazy because they losing their
Gathering
money.
time.
Stocks, losing their home. It'll burn up like it is.
Hanging out with my friends. That's what I'm friends.
Is it the only thing you got?
Why do you need a big circle?
You got it.
I can work for small bed.
Got the ones to college, getting the degree.
I'll agree. I think that like college gives you
Charging
like,
time.
experience. Like I think college made me a better person. I think college made me mature. And I know a lot of people aren't immature in college. I think I was immature in college for the first year.
Upgrade
And
out.
I wasn't perfect. And then that fucking first year in college is like the fuck in. Like you're a real person. You have to balance like a job and college just makes you like better. I think it makes you better. Same thing with
Time to make my moves.
anything where you have to like balance both.
Well, what is that?
Everything in perspective seems easy.
Had
Like if you're in college and you're able to fucking do a part-time job, working like 20, 30 hours a week, and get a college degree, everything after that is so much easier. Your work might be harder, but you'll have more time.
even started first grade as a child. You know what?
It's getting, there's another thing. You're in college. You're working 20, 30 hours. You're getting your degree, and you're getting fucking hammered 3 days a week on the fucking weekend. And you're still not failing your classes. That's like prime time. You're fucking zoned in on life. Like, you're fucking... The fact that you can separate and be able to do that at the same time and get all the stuff and still like over in class, want to get out. Oh my god.
Do you feel like you got structure in your life?
100%.
If your money goes
More
down,
structure
are
than I
you
had
gonna
in
be-
college.
are you
I
gonna
went to
be-
college.
That's
2
my
years
And
pre-law.
what was your pre-law?
Pre-law? Lacey, what's a pre-law?
What was your goal for that pre-law?
I was gonna be a lawyer, and I realized, holy
What
shit,
type
I'm
of law?
wasting my time.
What type?
I don't think it was wasting his time. I think it was the same thing. Like when I switched to philosophy, it was just like, I don't want to go to college for 7 years. I was like, I don't want to get a doctorate. I think that's terrible. Like the having to be like people that get 8-year doctorates.
Boring time.
Almost, and then you have
And do what?
Made more in a month than I was gonna pay for
We
my
need to keep this
tuition, so I dropped out to pursue my dreams.
So you really didn't care about people, you care about money.
I think that's where you should switch though. I think so many streamers did, and they're like, I just made a lot of money this month. I'm dropping out. And then a lot of them fall. And then they he's got retirement money now, so he fell off, it doesn't matter. But at the time, you didn't know that. I think it's just easier to be like, hey, I'm making
By
money
the
now.
time I
Instead of doing
slow
law,
down,
I'm just
they'll
gonna
be
switch
dead.
to something that I would enjoy.
Why do you work?
Because if you care about
If you're a year in, if you're a year in and you drop out, whatever. There's streamers that are year in and drop out. And they're like, I can go back whenever I want. Yeah, but you're never done. Fucking do it. Just fucking get it done. You have 1 more year. You have 1 more year to finish the degree. What are you fucking doing? Like they'll be like 75% done the fucking degree, like on the portal, and they'll just be like, yeah, I'm just not gonna take it. Just fuck. Hell, I would understand you being like, I'm gonna take a 5th year now. You could go, I'm making so much money, I gotta focus on social media. I'm gonna take 2 classes instead of 4, and finish in 5 years instead of 4. And then you'll be done. Like, if you have 1 year left, you could just disperse it.
It was planted. I'm going to do my thing.
I think college, something that she has to say that college is the friendships, like the other lady was saying, it's connections. You go to college to get in. You go to college to get friends in your degree and your major, so that when you're in the career field, you're able to prop each other up. Like, that's why you're there. Is, yeah, the classes matter. But, like, when you're in college, you take internships for the entire point of life. They do, like, you know, you're gonna go get your PhD and become a doctor, or fucking physical therapist or something. If you're going into college and you're getting like a finance degree and then you do no internships, now you're just not gonna get hired. Now you've been in the second you're done.
I can't wait to try this.
you don't
I know.
do you love people?
People don't. They last forever.
They don't die.
Kids will have money.
But even
But I'm
when
a
this year,
Your kids will have money, but you won't be at all really related to them. Like, I'm trying to make money for generational wealth for my children and then their children. Their kids, who gives a fuck? Like, they're not even related to you. Like, your great-great-great-great-great-grandkids are like 2% your blood. Not that I don't care, but I'll be dead. They won't know my name. They won't care about me.
The blue wall is under attack.
You could say that's like selfish, but it's like that's not the. And then the money's just getting dispersed more and more and more and more. So generational wealth, like
They
you make a
destroyed the
shitload of money,
Guardian on
but that's not getting
Greenwich.
dispersed to your great grandkids, because now it's going to be split 15 ways. You could have $10 million, and then now it's no longer generational wealth.
91 years old, rest in peace, lived a good life. But what she instilled in me, the values that she instilled in me,
Greenwich is
has
under
made me
attack.
the woman I am. Nurse,
Same way my mom instilled values on me. I wish she instilled values on me.
my parents were college graduates, generations of college graduates, entrepreneurs.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have kids?
I have one daughter.
So does your daughter go to college?
Had a college degree. Got one.
So you told your daughter, you told your daughter, you said, hey, I want you to spend $100,000 a year to go to.
I just think life in general, the GPA like 19, 22 is where it's really changing. But I think college sparks that change way more rapidly than not getting anything. Like if you're out of high school and you go to trade school, that's going to spark some change. Right? You're going into adulthood. You're going into adulthood no matter what, and you have to make that slow change. But if you get out of high school and then immediately start working 9 to 5, in high school, and you just work more hours, you're not changing as an individual. You're just no longer in high school. But if you're making yourself better, these ideas and see things in a different perspective, like that made me like if I never went to college, I genuinely think I would be a worse individual because I would have never been forced to see the other side. I would have never been forced to see, hey, it's what life is like. I would have just been doing
Unfortunately, that was a waste of time. But she could have been helping. She could have been helping
You
people.
keep talking about money. You don't care about people.
Let's talk about
We should do some work.
realistic things. Why do we have
Headed to
jewelry?
Greenwich.
Why do we have anything? We could be giving that to other people. Money.
Yeah.
to other
Somebody gave me everything.
every single thing.
Really? Seriously, Rhonda?
Community. Someone gave me things.
I'm gonna be honest. You run that business.
Is it?
Yeah.
Give it to you. Tell me why I said
You're talking about people all helping. You could be giving that to the homeless.
I have given
Homeless
to
could
the
be-
homeless veterans, Long Beach VA. I was the last nurse manager for 7 years. $100,000
To get help.
for Orange County
Go back.
and Long Beach.
Players will pay for what they've done to
College
us.
doesn't teach you morals. People go to college and they pose and they drink, they smoke. They
I
do
did.
that. You didn't, but a lot of people do. College.
Getting in a position can make the difference.
Headed to green.
the dropouts be doing that, and the people that take 6 years to get a 4-year degree. Like you could party in college in a reasonable manner, or you could party so much that you fail your classes, have to withdraw, and then take them again next semester.
Yes.
So you think college is?
Yes, I think college is for like it's grow. Also, do your while you're also creating content. Because how many influencers do we see that?
99% of them. You're talking to the 1% that actually
think they're so smart.
Recognize that as well in this debate, where it's like he's successful, but like the majority of creators get success, drop out, move to LA, prepare for a month, fall off, and then fucking move back home with less money they had when they went there. Like that. If I'm being honest, that's TikTok. That's not TikTok. TikTok, which is you grow and you go to level solidified growth where you're making enough money to do your job. It's more, I guess, solid. TikTok, you can go from 0 to 3 million followers, and then you could be making and you're like, hey, I make what I make now at my job, I'm gonna drop out, and then you move, and then you're fucked because you fall off.
But your life costs a lot of money. How much does your house cost?
I paid it all in cash.
Okay, no, but you still have your mortgage. You still
No, I
have your
don't.
debt. Yeah, you do.
I pay
How
it
do you
off
pay
with
your
my mom.
taxes? Your housing taxes.
Yeah, that's fine. I have real
No,
estate
but what
that
I'm
pays
saying
for
is,
it.
what I'm saying is, money.
I have
keeps-
tendons. You know what I do? On Christmas, I look for families, like moms, single moms with 4 kids, and I raise them around Christmas.
They destroyed the wall of Greenwich.
Love that.
Okay,
So why do you go to college?
so I go to college to better enrich myself and to try to contribute to society. It's not just about.
Bullshit.
Okay.
I don't believe that.
You want to know what I do? You want to know what
What
I
do you
do? I'm a major in political science and I'm a double major in Black Study and business administration. So actually I do. So what I do is I've worked with Disney. I've worked corporate. I've worked with people to make sure that they have opportunity to tell their stories. People of diverse audiences. Thank you.
Headed to Broadway.
So, yeah.
Why do you have to go to college for that?
The reason why I was the one that had a place to speak was because I was
Be a level of credibility.
had my education and grew my learning. I would not have been the one chosen if I did not go
So
to college.
what you're saying is all it's not your actual beliefs. It's all put into.
Oh no, it's not put. It's not put into your head. I think now it's just getting into the argument that like, I'm not saying Lacey's saying, but the common argument where it's like, everybody's just trying to make you liberal when you go to college. If you go to college, they're just trying to make you a liberal idiot. They're always instilling liberal. I don't think that's the thing. Like, in my own experience, yeah, I'm liberal. But, like, when I was in college, they're not, like, forcing those ideas on you. They're just, like, half black. Talk things different. The top you end up falling with is the one that is more, forgiving or something that's not as autocratic or I guess hard right. And so that usually just happens, right? I'm not saying this is a definitive connection, but usually it's not because they're fucking brainwashing you in college. When you get more educated, you usually get a little more liberal. I'm not saying that there's people with PhDs that are conservative, but I'm saying you usually get a little more liberal the higher up in education you get. Not because they're forcing you to do that, but because you're learning random classes, gaining these perspectives from people you would never interact with, and you become more forgiving in terms of like, hey, something socially liberal as well, not economically. Like economically, different story, depends what you're doing.
You don't have your own opinions. Someone gave you
Let the ley line course through you.
I went for philosophy as well, so it really depends. But I think philosophy is also what he's talking about. Because he's saying somebody gave you those opinions. If you're taking a math class, you're not being given an opinion, you're being given facts about math and science and things like that. So coming from somebody that literally went to class where we're talking about all things subjective, and the professor has the definitive capability to tell me what he thinks. My professor for moral theory would not tell us his opinion. Every single philosophy professor, or every single section in philosophy where we would go over Friedrich Nietzsche, David Hume, Descartes, fucking Socrates, Aristotle. When we would go over them, he would always defend them with his life. Where they were polar opposites in perspective, and he defended them like they were the right answer to everything. And so you never were brainwashed into thinking one way or another. Every argument was presented to you in a manner where you're being given this, saying this is the right thing, this is why, and it's your job to go, that's the stuff. And then you're going to by the end of the class, a lot of people or an opinion, some people really fell into David Hume or Aristotle or whatever it was. And weren't given something where it's like, hey, this is what's right. I think that's like, some professors do that. I think it's a lot less than you think.
That's a good take. That's a good take. How is that any different from you doing any of your stuff?
It's not. You're right. I follow.
So what I'm saying is, your problem is you're not talking anything about college. You're talking about learning from others. That happens in anything you do. That happens whether you go to college. That happens whether you don't go to college.
I don't know what that does,
but that's not, and he's saying they're instilling those values on you. I think college is an area where you remove instilled values, which is why I also think
Story time.
This is my honest opinion. I think sounds good. Intertwined with tradition is you're instilled those values. College is somewhere where you kind of break all of those traditional values and just be a world man. So a lot of people go into college liberal or more their parents want to instill on them at the time. You're always going to be given bias at the start of the because you're going to be taught it's something that's more new age. Like conservative values, there's an more conservative way. And when you go to college, that's just trying to open up your mind and teach you new things. A lot of the traditional values are sometimes thrown out the door by you, not by your professor, but by you once you take those classes. And so I think a lot of older generations see college now as a bad thing for society, when that's just kind of the process of going to higher education, is seeing things in a new light, in a new, non-traditional way.
That's not the point. The information that I learned, I did need college to know.
So what did you learn in college that's different? No, let's say truthfully, actually. What did you learn in college that you didn't believe in yourself already?
I'm not going to lie. I don't know the history of the world. I don't know everything that's ever happened between different people. I did not have
That's why college is going to have you such a fucking physics.
these things. While you live in your social bubble, a lot of times you don't know what's going on in other countries. You don't know what's.
Why did we just zoom in on that one?
That's got nothing to
No,
do
but
with it.
truthfully, like,
Yeah,
unbiasedly,
Thank you.
like, serious. If you only learn that through college, you can't. If you wanted to learn about history, can't you just Google that? Like, seriously, I'm actually serious.
How much of
Let's
that
push
information
York.
is actually filtered and gone through?
I mean, with college, the internet.
I see the drifter.
Stop.
No, they
Playtime.
Let's see this goes thing.
Time to start a riot.
What is this? What? Class, maybe what's this?
We are you know, I had a viral clip talking about.
I see the drifter.
I never understand that though, because I make more money
Let's
under
push
Trump.
York.
I didn't vote for Trump, but it's not going to help long term. Like in the short term, we'll make $75,000 go in. But like that's
I think with everything that's going on with Donald Trump, I don't think that you're that important. If I'm being selfish about
I'm
it.
telling you.
I don't think. Okay.
Charging time.
Adapt is going to have. I'm curious to what he's going to say, because Adapt has been making money, like absurd money, since high school. Like Adapt has been rich since he was like 16. So he's going to be. I feel like Adapt. Paradox. I don't know. We're going to see.
York is under attack.
I also am going to have the take that I don't think Adapt is dumb. I think Adapt plays dumb, and that's the character that he puts on for social media. I don't think Adapt is dumb. I think Adapt acts stupid and like a stoner for the content. I don't think he's stupid.
I believe that, yeah. Do you?
No,
Why not?
Most successful people are college dropouts.
because there is a the richest
Careful,
people.
Paradox.
I don't know the statistics of this, but yes, I would assume there is a higher volume of absurdly successful people that are college dropouts than college grads
Need help on blue.
than college dropouts. Like 95% of college dropouts that don't go to trade, that don't go to anywhere else, are going to make much less than almost all college grads. But the top college grads will make less than the top college dropouts.
That are college graduates. There are some that are not. I'm not saying that going to college will automatically make you part of that top 1%. But the point is to have a bedrock to build on. The point is to be, if we talk about how many people who are in the industry that I know of that did not go to college, that dropped out of college, it's such a small percent that actually made it. And honestly, good for y'all. No one's shaming that. But the point is, there's so many people who are struggling month to month to month. Look at all the stories that we hear about LA, Hollywood, La La Land, like everything going on. Like, not everyone's going to make it. The thing is, the same can be said for people that go to college. The difference is people that go to college have a higher chance and are more likely to live in that medium range where they're not worrying about when's my next gig, when's my next gig. I'm freaking out.
Yeah. So that
Spirit will be forged into a weapon.
It's a safe bet, yeah. But they're always going to say, well, we've got to step out of your comfort zone. That's true, but I think the general goal is the American dream where you're supposed to make more. That is the ideal. Every person subconsciously wants to make more than their mom and dad.
Is making our victory possible.
And that's success.
I see
If you make
Sinclair.
more than your parents, you're doing great. Right. Even if you make less, that's not true. That the definitive of the idea of the American how it originally started was that every generation made more and way fucking better than 60 years back. So keep going down. Now that doesn't really simple. Have much more less than the parents.
guaranteed a
I
stable
never said
life.
guaranteed.
Well,
You
not,
have a higher
not guaranteed, but it's easier to live a
You're more
stable
likely.
life financially. Take that route. That's why it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed.
Yeah, but the majority of the top 1% are nepo babies, are like people that were born into some level of connection. That, yeah. Very rare. That
It takes more than that to kill me.
very rare that top 1% just buy it.
He has kids. He has kids. He has kids.
What? How's that relevant at all?
Yes.
Don't have kids.
How's that relevant? You decided to have kids.
That's my choice. Yeah, I don't want kids, so I don't have kids.
Easier when you don't have kids, then you can go and jump and do whatever you want.
But that's
There's a lot of streamers with kids.
if you had a kid at 18 before you had a solidified
Need help on
stable
yellow.
income, that's your own fault. That's not his. He made the smartest.
I'm saying the reason that top 1% exists is because the people in that top 1%, they take the risk. And
Well, I would agree. I would agree that having a kid at a younger age mitigates your potential to make more quicker because you divert a lot of your life to the care of your child. I don't know if there's because if you have a kid, if you don't have a kid, you're able to work more.
Careful, Garrett.
Still standing.
My resolve.
Pick up job offers. You could do different jobs. You could work for your
job.
Right. Having a kid. But I'm saying, like, it limits your potential to make money.
and they gamble on something that has never been done
Need
before.
help on yellow.
But the likelihood of succeeding in it
Is at a young age is a nerve? Okay, I'm not going to say it's a nerve. I'm saying I think that's very. I don't think anything's wrong with that. If you want to have a kid in your early 20s, have a kid in your early 20s. You know, it's your life. But it hurts your potential to grow exponentially in the job world because you have to focus a large portion of your life to the care of your child rather than money.
And that and making it to that top 1%
Okay.
is
Well, yeah, it's so a nerf. In some way.
slim.
But there's the thing is, like I said, that top 1% is a mix of people who have gone to college and those who have not. But if we want to talk about the 99% who are not, so many people who don't go to college, not have the opportunity to go to college, do not make it out. We're not just talking about the 1%, because the 1% is a mix. It's not all one.
Mm-hmm.
But that 99%, there's a lot of people, especially at the bottom, who never went to college, who never had
Yeah.
who never wanted to, who dropped out. And you know, you guys lived nice, you rode on it for a long time, and all of a sudden it starts to deplete. Once again, like, there are always going to be people are not going to college that are going to succeed, but the chances of you being able
Accelerating time.
to fall back on if you go to
Yeah, I just look at it in the perspective of somebody that has no connection. You could be a college dropout or somebody that doesn't go to college, but your dad owns a fucking landscaping business and you just work for him and make $80K a year out of fucking high school. Right. Like you could have something where like have a successful business where you don't require a degree and you're able to just learn on hand. But like that's not an baby. That's like you're getting handed some level of like I get it. You're getting handed something to you that if you just don't fuck it up, you'll be good. Versus having to build from ground up. Like you're starting on the third floor.
Need help on yellow.
Ground level.
If we want to talk about
Story time.
all these people, a lot of them, once again,
I'll live my life for the cause, but first I'll take yours.
And then while in college, made money and then did.
finish college. But the thing is, they still had to go to college, or they would have never had the
Well, they got
opportunity
in
or
college
success.
and was like, "Wow, this is a waste of time." Let me
Actually,
go-
that's
let me
not
go
exactly
side
what
hustle.
happened. They learned and how to do what they did. They met the people they needed to meet. No, through college.
They did not meet it through high school. They had those if you watch, doesn't Mark Zuckerberg have a movie where he met the like Vondelvoss twins or whatever their name was? In Harvard. And they like if he didn't go to Harvard, he wouldn't be the founder of Facebook. Like he might have been rich in some other way. But like like the social network like shows you like he didn't graduate college, but he needed that.
No, you're wrong.
Oh, you're friends with him?
Your friend, call Mark.
Call Mark.
What does it have to do with being
So
friends?
how do
with
you
them?
know his life?
How do you know?
If you're...
The fucking movie! The movie! It's his life! It's his fucking life! It's a movie about Mark Zuckerberg.
Have you never read it?
You're
Biography? Have you never read a
How would
book?
I read when I have ChatGPT?
Oh, okay. Because guess what ChatGPT did? It read for you.
Yeah, they can summarize it.
But once again, if there was no one that went to college to feed ChatGPT, it wouldn't know.
Coding doesn't exist in college.
Yeah, the majority of coders have college degrees. I have two friends that have fucking coding degrees. And they work for like airline companies and make good money. They get they take classes to learn how to code. Not everybody, but a lot of there are some, like savants. that are
Rejuvenator, we need to be smart.
good at everything. But like those people are fucking idiots.
Where do you think they learn how to code? Most people.
Themselves, they hustle.
No. Okay.
I know coders that code learn through Google.
Yeah. There are some, and I never said that there aren't any.
The best ones are from Google.
Okay. Okay.
Google it.
Okay.
Careful, Paradox! Hold back! It's on the
I don't like you, but be careful. Oh, dude.
To the chaos.
It gives you a better feeling, I guess. Like you feel a level of success being like, I have a degree. Like I put myself through this for 4 years, so now I have like a level of accreditation. I can't think of the fucking word. You're accredited or whatever it is. Like you're an academic.
You can also have all the money in the world. I think the world has trained us to think that that's the dopamine needs that you have to spend
The king's favor.
30, 50, whatever, money. You can spend money to get the dopamine.
one of you guys.
I won't fail.
I think you said that. I don't know nobody.
I see Sinclair. Pull back.
Well, actually, they don't. They got to pay tax on that, and then they got to pay their.
They get a tax. Hey, you're not.
Picture this.
I'll
No one will stop me.
I just remember from my when I was in college, you tuition a year is like what, $25,000-$30,000.
And my PO thinks I don't have marketable skills.
Splendid job. They will return.
Ready to support the team.
I see Sinclair.
Fifth part.
I see the code.
Let's see what will stand. No one will stop me.
Well said.
Never again.
The Baroness opens its arms for you.
Me.